What's up? How you doing? Hey, Lily. Hey, Lolo. Land of Oz. What's up, Hannah? Athera? Dammy. What's up, Louise? Good to see you, Robin. Good to see you, Barbara. Hello, Shauna and Raven. What's up, Jessica? What's up, Borderline Faith? Hey to you too, Tamara. What's up, Soul Guidance? Cynthia, Pamela, Kira. What's up, Michael? Shiva! Good to see you. My boy, Alvin. I'm happy to have you in the live too. Hey, Willow. Hey, Pretty Red. We're going to give everybody a good chance to get in here before we start. Like 1 minute. Oh, man. I don't even know. It has to be over. I can try to count. Let me think. I'll count some, like, ones like this, I'm going to count as one. I'm not going to count them individually. I'll count, like, these as one hand tattoo, this as one hand tattoo. I've honestly have not done this in a long time. 1, 2, 3. I'll do two lines. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Probably around 50, I would say. Thank you. Right. No, that's funny. Okay. So here are the rules for the live, everybody. There's 3 options on getting a reading. Number 1, you can stay, chill, vibe, and you're going to put in 3 things in the comments. You're going to put your name, you're going to put your zodiac, and you're going to put a yes-no question format reading. Or you're going to put a question in a yes-no format for me to give you a reading. The other 2 options, we have the super chat option, which basically I consider an energy exchange. In the bio of this live, I've put the energy breakdown. Long story short, whatever you are choosing to give, I'm going to meet back in a promised amount of cards, minutes, etc. Super chatters can ask general questions. They don't have to put a yes-no question. They can literally just want a general pull. They can get that. And then the third option is if you join my membership team while you're on live, I do get a notification, and then I will give you a 1-card general pull as a thank you and as a welcome to the membership team. I also do have 5 free videos right now available for what is in store with the membership, and you can check those out to see if you vibe with it. But yeah, the members get 5 extra videos every single week. And if anybody needs a refresher on anything I just stated, you can simply click on your screen and check the bio of this live. If you're on your phone or a tablet, if you're on a computer, you should be able to scroll your mouse over it, and then you should see the bio pull up and you just click it. But we can go ahead now and also start our reading. Before I do some free people, everybody that super chatted last night that were promised to be the first in the next stream, aka today, we're going to go ahead and do those people. Then I'm going to do a group, probably like 6 to 8 free people, and during that time I'm going to go ahead and allow people to make accumulation of super chatters. I like to call them clusters. Once we have a good group of cluster of super chatters, that's when we roll into those ones. Okay, all right, so the first one from last night we left off was Blunt Seiji. Your question is, there's an Aries on your mind and you're wanting to know if they are in love with you. Let's see. Is this person going to be in love with you? Get this light. Perfect. All right. Okay, this person's very on the edge about love in general. This individual, this Aries sign, it's not that they don't have feelings for you, but it's not to that intensity, my friend. They have a lot of trust issues. And this is something that I do see they're actively aware of and working through, but for you two to continue to develop into that level, they're definitely saying go ahead and not hold back who you are, but think, are you talking through impulsivity versus intuition? Impulsivity, it's going to make you feel like you have to do something now or you're going to lose it forever. Whereas when it's really something you're guided to do in that moment, there's such a level of calmity within you. This person definitely has an infatuation for you, but I wouldn't say it's as far as love yet. Okay. All right, Jessica Hamilton. Okay, you were asking if there was some forces that tried to mess with your frequency, mess with your energy. So let's go ahead and see if that transpired, okay? And then also, let's see. Okay. So, 8, 9, 10, 12. Clean this down for myself. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and do a past, present, future poll for your first question. And we're going to let you know if in the past anybody was trying to mess with you, if currently anybody's trying to mess with you, and if there's anything for you to be prepared for, okay? Okay. Let's see what we got. All right, they won't do these straight up 3. That's definitely in the middle. All right, let's do this. All right. Small, medium build, paying attention to the details with that lightweight energy. In the past, I'm not saying that there was a psychic attack on you. What I see is in your past, you have had a lot of experiences of people who definitely did not have your best interest. I wouldn't say this was some form of black magic or something along like a telepathic, like trying to intertwine with you. That's not what's going on, my friend. You have experienced a deep amount of trauma and figuring out people who were not who they said they were being for you, and it absolutely shattered your illusion of the world. It was an ego death. And sometimes our mind can't comprehend certain things, and we can try so hard to think it must be this intensity, it must be this, it must be that. Whereas if you can kind of quiet the mind and listen to the soul, you can notice when it's that ego and that fear that's projecting everything in front of you. You see, your angels, your guides, your spirit, your higher self will never scream or yell at you. It will tell you what you need to hear, but I'm telling you, if you ever have a voice in your head, whether it's yours or it's your angels, etc., and you're trying to figure out, is this me like picking up on my intuition or is this fear? Fear is going to scream at you. Fear is going to make your heart race. It's going to make you tense. Even if you have to make a hard decision, intuition won't make you feel that way. It'll be like, damn, I got to do this. And not, oh my God, I have to do this, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Mm-hmm. In the past, people have given you a reason to have the paranoia you do. It's not for nothing, okay? Is anybody currently trying to mess with you? Ruthless behaviors, heavy-hitting words, straightforward attempts, bluntness. There could be a sense of maybe you know, we can mess with our own frequency. I'm not throwing all this blame on you, saying you're doing everything wrong, okay? But sometimes we can mess our own frequency up by thinking so many people are out to get us. So many people can understand and relate to you, my friend. But the more you allow those individuals to make you have these crazy guards up with people who are meant to be in your life, you're letting them win, actually. No matter if they know what's going on or not, the intensity, the energy, they're still affecting. You're still living like they're in your life. There are some people your words could have overspoken your intention and left a sour taste in some people's minds who were like, I don't know if this is somebody I feel comfortable to express with. There is nobody at this moment like trying to mess with you telepathically. There is nobody that's put a curse on you, my friend. And I know it may be hard to hear this because I can feel the intensity of how much you're like, I know this is true. I know this is happening. You have to feel the release of that intensity. You're afraid that if you stop being worried about it, that's when actually something happens. There is a bunch of what ifs right now in your head that are controlling, and the biggest thing you do is you need to relax, you need to breathe. And I know telling somebody to relax is not always the best thing to do, but I mean it. And when I say relax, I mean like sleep and relaxation are two totally different things. Totally different things. And a lot of people register it as the same thing. And almost that resting, aka relaxing, etc., is supposed to be a reward when it's something it's it's detrimental to a balanced person. If it's not balanced, you're always going to be exerting so much of your life force and taking off years of your life because of the energy and stress, literally. My friend, I go into this intensity with you because it's time to get out of your own way. We have walls we put up for protection, and there comes a point in life where they become a hindrance if you don't see that war, that part of the existence is over, that you needed those extra shields. Is there anything in the future they're telling you to worry about? Sparring buddy, best friend, soul family, trust, and reliability. You know the people that are going to be, there are going to be people who are sending you in the future energy, but it's not attacking you. It's rising you up. It's people that want to see you succeed. Okay, just as telepathic messages can happen from malevolent will, so do they with positive. There is going to be a group of people who are influencing you for the better, because no matter how strong of a person you are, the people you hang around with and let in your inner circle will affect you. Even if it's something as simple as, man, they were eating tacos, and now I want tacos. Even if it's something as minute as a simple influence as that to something big, like changing your whole point of view on something. That's why you have to be sacred with the people you surround yourself with and really, really put your time and your energy into. My friend, the future you have by allowing this to be let go and forgiving yourself for when times in the past words could have, presentation could have overspoken your words. You're going to invite this type of influence into your life. The telepathic messages of encouragement. You can do this. I believe in you. The choice is yours on how you let this energy stay with you, okay? Okay. Okay, and then I remember, so both Blunt Seiji and Jessica also they both asked another question. So we're going to go ahead and do those two. Okay, perfect. Let me scoot this over, give me a little bit more room. Sage, Blunt Sage. This is your question. Will your superpowers grow? Okay. Goes off. No loose ends. A time of closure. Business settled. What I'm getting with this is the surroundings you're in currently. You're not putting yourself in a position to where you can necessarily enhance your psychic abilities. It's not that they're telling you you have to move, that everything around you is hindering you. You're looking for inner peace, but you're not choosing. And remember, I'm here for you. And by this realization, you're shifting that, okay? You're asking for strength, but you're not nurturing yourself. You're not sleeping enough, drinking enough water. I can feel like being within you, my friend. It's like, it's dehydration. Absolutely. And I feel tired and I feel like my mind's foggy. You absolutely can heighten. It's not your physical home that this area they're telling me you're in. It's this is the area. This is the where your soul in right now. Its home is this body, and then everything else is just like an extension of the experience. But this is actually the house. This is actually the temple. Your abilities can only grow the more you allow yourself to have the time, energy, and respect of your own life force to do so. There is something that they're saying you need to cut back on. I don't know if that whether that is a form of like a substance like alcohol, etc. This could even be something that's not a substance, like it could be watching TV. It can be scrolling, doom scrolling on your phone. It can be playing video games. There needs to be a balance. It's very important to do your off time stuff, but it cannot be the majority of what you're doing, and then you expect your mind, your abilities to grow. So, the way you're going to grow your superpowers, if you will, you need to start doing something every day that stimulates your mind, something that stimulates your emotions, and then something that stimulates your body. Here are some examples, but there's so many other things you can do. Mind, reading. Straight up reading books that are about more than, it can be even more than self-help. You can gain inspiration from fictional like novels, like fantasy, like Lord of the Rings and Aragon and things like that. Reading that stuff will give you inspiration and expand your mind. Or you can do things like the Four Agreements or those types of books. Okay, for your emotions, I sense music meditation for you. Okay, music hits our soul. And you must pay attention to the way a song and artist makes you feel. Not even the words. How does it make you feel? Do you feel like it drains you? Do you feel like it affects you and makes you uplifted or even lethargic? Because here's the thing, guys. Energy has like everything's a frequency, and there are people who put malevolent willed energy into songs to claim power. It sounds left field, but it's true. And it comes down to frequencies. And then there's some people who put high vibration into their music to excel your timeline. You can feel it. I see that you should create a playlist. And a real fun exercise, if you will. Right now, you probably have a lot of songs in your playlist, right? And you don't have this self-affirmation playlist. Create it right now. And then for like 5 minutes, or not even 5 minutes, like 1 or 2 songs a day, etc. Add to the playlist. And if you want to take more time than just 5 to 10 minutes of listening to songs and going through the playlist you already have and being like, oh yeah, this definitely makes me feel high frequency. This is something I would listen to for positive affirmations. Continue to add to that list. Don't expect yourself to do all these crazy and above things. And with the book, you can read a couple pages a day, or if you feel like reading for an hour, etc., do it. And then for the body, it could simply be walking. You could be walking. Yes, you can go to the gym, but the most important thing, guys, is getting your steps in. Truly, 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 truly. Getting as close as you can to 10,000 steps in weekly is truly, 10,000 steps daily is truly going to keep you at your healthiest form. And then everything else is an added benefit from there. If you're looking to sculpt your body, if you're looking to gain mass, etc., then it would branch off to other things. But every human being who is in a healthy state, a decent state, should be trying to get their 10,000 steps in. And if you only get 5,000, that's fine. Did you do your best? Yes. That is the whole thing. Doing your best, and your best looks different every day. Okay? I can't compare myself yesterday to today, because yesterday's responsibilities are different. My energy could have been needed and dispersed differently yesterday than I'm going to today. So it's always just about doing your best. Those are the three things that will help you enhance your own spiritual abilities. It's not only using tarot cards. It's not only carrying around crystals. Yes, that stuff's awesome and it helps, but we are the mechanics. We are the magicians. And then this stuff amplifies everything. Without us, this has no meaning. I like to explain the mechanic example to people in my personal readings. Literally, think about the mechanics tools and the person themselves. Technically, they could do whatever they needed without the tools. But some places are physically impossible for them to actually be able to reach. Their mind, they can figure out everything they need to do, but there's sometimes little implements that they need extra help to get into spots, nooks, and whatever that they cannot reach as a human. So the mechanic created tools. The mechanic is the creator of the tool. So he can help the overall creation. That is tarot. That is crystals. That is your totems. That is thus. You are the mechanic. This is your tools. So, if you do your own cards, etc., I state that not to make you think you need to stop, but it's in peace and love, my friend, it is not enough. Okay. Now, Jessica's last question, all right? You're wanting to know how you can reconnect with your telepathic abilities. Okay. I think you're very much right on par with Blunt Sage. Well, of course, we will get it how it's specifically for you. But you two are in the same collective for sure. How do we help specifically Jessica Hamilton gain back her spiritual abilities? Okay, so they're going to give 3 different options for 3 different abilities. Okay, medium build, discipline, structure, devoted, patience. I see. It's the same vibe, but it's a different thing I'm going to tell you. What do you need to do to stimulate your mental? What do you need to do to stimulate your emotions? And what do you need to do to stimulate your physical body every day, or your best you can do every day? When it comes to your mental, I'm seeing somebody that doesn't really have a morning schedule. Okay, you could have in the past. In the past, you probably had a good morning schedule, but now it's kind of like I feel I could be waking up not like in chaos, but not having any direction. I don't even know where to start. If you start your day scrolling on social media in your bed, 1000% I recommend to stop. Do I understand? Yes. It's definitely tempting. My insight went down there. I'll just do another one, get that one later. I understand it can be very tempting to do that, but it mentally doesn't set you up for success. Especially with the mix of types of media that you're gonna be seeing. You don't really have a control at the beginning if it's gonna be high vibrational or if it's gonna be low vibrational things. What I can suggest though is starting your morning listening to music. What I can state is starting your morning even listening to podcasts or etc. I feel like you're somebody that likes coffee, tea. You can even decide, I'm going to put on positive affirmations. And if you want to be those things that are like, I love myself and all my growth and all of my rewards are coming to me. Awesome. Yeah. Or if you're just somebody that wants to listen to a podcast of 2 people who are friends and they're talking about funny things, but it's high vibrational and it makes you feel one. You're like part of something. Those are the things you need to focus on. Your mentality, yes, reading and stuff absolutely helps, but all forms of media, guys, we put into our system affect us. Sometimes it almost feels like you're breaking up with certain songs and TV shows once you realize, God, I got some good memories with that stuff, but it's not. If I'm not lying to myself when I listen to it, I can feel it sucking something out of me. And that hurts, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Not all songs and etc. that make you feel a certain emotion that are needing to be thrown away. We need songs that make us feel when we're like, sad or in intensity. We just need something that allows us to release. It's not that everything has to be this ooey gooey positive. What I see for you is scheduling a morning routine will significantly start helping you being able to connect to your own abilities. You know why? Because no matter if you're somebody that has like ADHD or etc., finding this centering will bring you to a point of being able to clear your mind where you can just hear the one voice, yours, your higher selves. If we don't set up a routine for people that are, ADHD in that type of form, if we don't, because I'm ADHD as well, so if we don't have like this form of structure, there will always be some form of internal chaos, and it makes us not be able to connect with our abilities. It makes us question, is this a fear, a parasite, versus my intuition? Having your schedule does not have to be this crazy thing that takes hours in the morning either. You could simply know the first thing you do every day is you put your slippers on, you put your shoes on, you go downstairs, you start the coffee pot, etc. You go outside, you allow yourself to see, have the sun come on you, and then you go back in, you have your coffee, or you have your tea, and you listen to your high vibrational podcast. And look how it changes. Look at a clarity, look at a comfortability with your mental state it will be able to bring you. When it comes to your emotions, okay? Remember how we were talking about earlier with you that it's hard for you to trust? And the only one that can get in your way is yourself when it comes to going ahead now and starting to open some doors and see you do not have to be so on guard. That trauma part of your life where you did feel attacked and etc., it feels like your most of your daily movements are like you're still there. The people, the surroundings, you've gotten yourself completely out of that. Okay? For your emotions to arise, you need to allow yourself to have found family members. You need to connect with individuals that have your best interests, and you may have put yourself on the outskirts for a while. What Spirit's guiding for you to do about your emotions that's going to help you become balanced is also surrounding yourself with people that truly have your best interests, just heightening more what I was stating in the earlier question, okay? And then for your physical body, marketing, advertising, time, energy investments, and financial provider. I feel like they're stating there is this sense of putting and investing your money into yourself. There may be a lot of people in the past that you've also helped, and that's something that has caused you to have a high guard when it comes to anybody that may try to ask you for money. Every friend in the past I'm hearing has always kind of wanted something from you. But I think they're showing it's been a waves, meaning years since you let somebody get close to you. You have a lot of people that want to help you, though, that I see in your future. This is your future card. If you get out of that comfort zone, even more confirmation from what we were stating earlier. So for your telepathic abilities to enhance, we have to do that balance of mind, body, and spirit. Okay? That's what I got for you today. Okay. All right, now Sarah H. Let's go ahead and get our reset. We're also going to be here for about 2 hours today. And then after, we'll have our after stream on Twitch. Twitch UncleBronze Official. And I give away a free reading over there as well. Okay? So, Sarah. You're wanting to know if your crush had a change of heart. Did Sarah's crush have a change of heart? Organized structure, rigid schedule, detailed comparisons. This person still feels the same with you, but I see somebody that's like, I don't know if I have the ability to give myself. I don't know if I'm ready to trust. I don't think I can be this emotional. Their feelings for you have increased, and it actually very much scares them. They don't like the level of vulnerability they're feeling with you. They had a change of heart when it comes to being ready to be with you. There's nothing you can do to change this. The more you would try to chase, this person would run away. I mean, if you want to be able to, if you haven't had at least one conversation of like, hey, is everything okay? Where are we standing? There's no harm in doing that where, it's calm and it's, just you're hearing each other, you're not letting ego talk. But if you've already had that conversation, there's nothing really more else to say is what I'm hearing, if that has already transpired. No matter if it hasn't happened yet, this definitely is a sign for you to have that conversation, so you can both really have like this step forward of knowing what's going to go on with this. He has not lost feelings, but it feels like it's too much pressure to be in a relationship or talk to anybody right now. All right. And then, lastly but not leastly, for last night's super chatters that we're catching up with, it's going to be Skateboard 3. You would like to know, will you meet your husband around your birthday this year? All right. Okay. Time for recovery, focusing on mental and spiritual and physical health. This time, your birthday year, there is no definitive sign that the person that's going to be your husband is going to be there. And that does not mean that's just something you should take in vain or like your law of attraction is messed up. You're still in the state of recovery from a very toxic relationship. And it's not that you have to be 1010% healed when you get with another person, but there is a level of work. There is a level of self-love. Most individuals have to reach before you energetically are going to attract in that person. You have to be your own healthy partner to be somebody else's healthy partner. That's the gist. You can continue to learn and love and forgive yourself, but if you're your own healthy partner at the end of the day, that's when spirit's going to be like you can give to others. And it feels like there's a lot of still, remember I'm here for you, it could be projecting onto others things that internally you need to process. And some of the projection could be giving excuses after excuses for individuals, to be quite frank, for the way they're treating you. And you have to set up, like the way you would respect one of your friends, you got to respect yourself the same way. I hear you're protective and you're a really good person, but you have let relationships in the past not give you the equal exchange of worth. Spirit wants you to focus on the found family, the friends, the blood members who are here and do love you. Let love be something that flows in. I'm not saying forever far from now, but don't focus on it being by your birthday. Because the more you focus hard on that, it's not going to happen. Manifestation isn't intensely thinking about something every single day. Manifestation is actually completely believing, thinking, and walking in existence. Meaning, you can't just think something and it's going to happen. You have to literally feel and believe what you are saying, and then make motions and movements as already happened. AKA the embodiment of dress for the job you desire, not the job you currently have. Be in the mindset of already having what you have and watch it flow. It's not that you're waiting for who is ever going to be your husband. You are trusting in source. You are surrendering that they will be presented to me exactly at the right time. And the closer that happens is by the least I care about the timing. Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to start making the first group of super chatters for this stream. I'm definitely going to be here at least for another like hour and 30 minutes as well. All right, so let's go ahead and start. All right, Tammy Jane, you're going to be the first person we start the next group of super chatters with. Right. Okay, looks like you did 2. So I'll make sure to notate that Tammy did 2. Okay, Stephanie, there we go. All right, C. Justine, good to see ya. All right. Got you on the list. Okay. All right, Jill B, you've been added. All right, Justine, you are going to be added to the list now. All right. All right, so that's going to be the next group of super chatters. But before we do that, we're going to do like a few free people. Okay, where's that beginning part? All right, cool. We're going to start. I'm not going to start with that person. Remember, guys, if you need a refresher on how I'm going to answer somebody's reading, if they're here for the random picking ones, you have to put your name, you have to put your zodiac sign, and you have to put a yes/no format question. If you put something like I don't have a question, just tell me. If you say something like general, with peace and love, I'm going to keep scrolling. If you need a refresher on the rules, the directions, etc., if you click on your screen, the bio is going to come up, and you click on that, and it will give you all of the detailed breakdown. But this is so the flow of the energy continues, and I'm able to answer as many people as I can, but still give a very great answer. Alrighty? Let's do this. Barbara, you're a Pisces. Will you be traveling to Missouri soon? All right, we're going to switch to tarot now. Let's put these back over here. You're going to be traveling to Missouri soon. Absolutely. I do see you going ahead and driving on the road. It feels like you're going to drive more, like, instead of like driving in the morning or something like that, I see you driving more when it's starting to be the sun's going down. You're a person that feels more peaceful on the road. Actually, you're more peaceful at nighttime. You feel like you have a different level of energy at nighttime. I do see that you're going to end up being... You're going to go to Missouri as well once it's more about the summertime. Right when it goes from spring to summer. But yes, in this travel, you're not going to travel alone, is also what I'm hearing. There's going to be one other person with you. Okay, now we're going to do Ali Morales. You're a Virgo. And you would like to know, will you be able to maintain and improve your finances this year? Yeah, you've definitely... Here's the thing, you've rewired and understand that with the times changing, there are certain things that you used to have, like monthly subscriptions and ways of going out, the amount, the intensity you would go out. It has to upgrade with that change. It's not that you have to stop and only, focus on bills and only necessities. You're still going to be able to live and experience life. It just has to be in a more conscious way now. With that mixed with, I do see some form of a financial upgrade within yourself, whether that's I'm hearing a reward, so there could be like, what's the word? I'm trying to think when you get promoted. Like, it's more than a bonus, but it's a form of a bonus. A sign-on bonus. That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like you're going to end up getting a sign-on bonus. And this is going to put you in a place where you have a lot to put in the finances, and you're going to be like, okay, this time I am saving. I am going to be responsible. Back then, I had a more lucrative income. And now I have to see myself upgrade. And I see somebody that has that willpower, so yes. All right. All right. Okay. Let's see, next person. Wow. Okay, here we go. Athyra, you are an Aries. And you'd like to know if the Leo in your office shares the same attraction you have for him. Does he share the same attraction? Yes, this person's very, like, stoic, though. Okay, they don't really show that much emotion. There's somebody more that's like an act of service individual. But this is still, it's a good person. They're not somebody that's going to say something they don't mean. They're somebody that more keeps themselves. They have a close circle of people. But his eyes are on you. And I do see two people as like you shift past each other. There's either moments of your eyes glancing or even just like this. It's like your heartbeats match. Literally, you could feel it. This person definitely has a more inspired shine in his eye when he looks at you. Okay, I'm going to now start the next group of super chatters. So we're going to go back up to Tammy, Jane, and start you guys, okay? Remember, if you're wanting your question to be 1,000% answered, it's a super chat. And when it comes to the free ones, they are randomized. I pick based off of intuition. Okay. Tammy Jane, you'd like to know any advice on love for now and ultimately 2025's. Okay. Any love advice? Any love advice for you regarding your Aries? Ten of Swords in the reversal. Okay. This is definitely something where both of you needed something else to crumble in your lives. Ego deaths. I see in 2025, you two are actually going to be able to come back from something. Okay? You're going to hear what happened, the realization in both your lives when you were separate, and the illusions you were able to overpower. But I do see the Aries, it's about breaking that chain of both of you pulling back at different times. I see almost two runners. It's like you're both runners and you both have had moments of choosing together to get that to the side. It's not impossible for two runners to be together. Spirit's telling when it comes to you, my friend, there is this offer, it feels like, is going to be presented to you. And what they're wanting you to also know is when this person does reach out to you, their emotions, their ability to be a healthy partner, it's pretty solid. It's about letting this grow organically, not going from 0 to 100. But the advice they have regarding this Aries is you both have your emotions at bay to truly be able to have a conversation that is not overspoken by actions or intensity. Last time you guys spoke, it could have not gone the best way. I'm hearing maybe not like a fight, but left a sour taste in both of your mouth. But that time has been able to let that settle. And I do see somebody reaching out to you. Okay. All right, Stephanie. Yeah, Stephanie? Yes. Or actually, Tammy, that's right. You had another one. So let's go ahead and give you your other one, and then we'll go into Sammy. Into Stephanie, yeah. All right. So, Tammy, you would like to now know any advice on your career, goals, etc.? Let's see. Okay, so you're feeling like you're having to meet somebody halfway. It does feel like a form of a business partner, or you could have coworkers that it's been kind of hard to get along with. But I see a bunch of individuals who are like, I'm just tired of the drama. I'd really like for us to all be able to shift and move forward from these things. I think you may have a boss that's ending up either being transferred or let go, and there's going to be somebody that comes as a replacement, because the place you work in general with people, it's only going to be as successful as the leadership. It feels like somebody is leading their ship, if you will, to a wall. But you guys have already decided together you're going to jump off and be on the rafts. Okay, what they want you to know with career, finances, etc., if you're feeling any form of corruption, or it's impossible to meet your boss halfway, there is something that's going to come in with a divine intervention. Yeah, this is absolutely going to be a new leader who is, they're pretty stern and stoic, but it's not like vain. And you can definitely feel that the new leader has their best interest for their people. They're just not somebody that's going to be that leader that's buddy-buddy with the coworkers. They're going to come in, do their job, make sure people are happy, and kind of go their merry way and allow that cycle. I see a boss that's also hands-on, though. It's not like somebody that's not willing to roll up their sleeves. They definitely are. The difference between this boss and the one you had before is it looks like this individual that's coming in has worked their way up in the company, and the other boss was somebody that was hired in from another company. And you can definitely feel a difference. So when it comes to your career, finances, and etc., I can see that you're not leaving your place, and there's still excitement surrounding the work you're in. It just looks like there's going to be new leadership, and you just allow that divine intervention to show you everything else. Okay. Now we're going to go to Stephanie. There we go. Stephanie. What can I tell you about your future spouse? You're ready for a partnership with a man who matches your energy and children of my own. Okay. What can I tell you about your future spouse? Well, your future spouse is definitely going to be somebody that no matter if you're wanting to work or not, you're going to be financially provided for. If you want to work, obviously you're going to, but this is not somebody where, what I'm hearing is in the past, you've been the only provider in your kind of dynamics. You're going to have you're going to have a masculine that does not rely on you to have his bills paid or a roof over his head. The thing about your person, you got to get out of your comfort zone. This individual you're not going to meet from a friend of a friend or through work. Your dynamic comes from either getting out of a comfort zone in the sense of putting yourself on some form of online dating or going in person to more events. This is not an individual that necessarily is, I felt, anything about a crossing paths with work or a friend of a friend energy. The individual is going to be very different, even down to characteristics, the way they look, than anybody you've ever dated before. They're not going to be necessarily your normal type. And you may say you don't have a type, but if you kind of look back at your exes, maybe there's just been a type you weren't aware of, but now you are aware of something. I do see some more time until this person is attracted in your life. Okay? But the more you focus on what's best for you and that cycle repeating and getting yourself again out of that comfort zone, you will have this person attracted into your life. All right, now we're going to do CJ Justine. All right. You're an Aries. You'd like to know a general reading for your upcoming birth month? I got you. You'd like a general reading for your birth month. Let's see. You have definitely a lot of loyal support surrounding you. This is going to be a very good birthday. Maybe in the past you haven't really been somebody that celebrates with others. And you're like, I don't need a big, like, party, etc. And that's great, but I feel that this is going to be something where you guys are actually going to go somewhere. I don't know if this is you guys have been wanting to travel to like a different state to go to some form of like a festival, an event. But it does feel like it's going to take you guys going ahead and claiming some time off from work. It's not going to be just a weekend event. And the thing is you're going to be really financially supported for most of this as well. Like, this is a gift. What they're wanting to be aware of is that this is a month of celebration for you. You've had plenty of birthdays and etc. where you have pushed off yourself to focus on others. And even though, you know, sometimes it was necessary, what's happening this year, it's not. This is a year where you get to really be able to experience being focused on. I'm hearing that the way things are going to work out, you're not going to have responsibility for like another person. So maybe in recent times, you have children that just got around to that age where they can kind of take care of themselves or etc. Or this could even mean you have somebody trusted that can be with your children, and you go off with what I see as found family. So the thing that they say for your birthday month is to allow this support. It's going to be fun. It's going to be inviting. I see something that's going to give you pre-workout to continue throughout the rest of this year, and see that this timeline is already different, even with all the chaos surrounding. We don't let it take everything from us. We have to band actually together now more than ever when it comes to community. All right. Let's see. All right, now Jill B. You're asking for a 3-card pull, my friend, but the energy exchange you have given is not to that equivalent. If you would like that 3-card pull, you can look in the bio description and you will see. But what I will do is give you the 1-card pull, okay? So let's give you a general 1-card pull, Jill B. Okay, so right now you're feeling like there's definitely a disharmony within your home life. You feel more seen because there's probably somebody you had to release out of your home, but now that's kind of like a financial stress more has been put on. So it's like you've exchanged one form of stress or uncomfortability for something else. What Spirit's wanting you to know right now is, even though things seem pretty tough, and they are not going to leave you astray and abandoned. Right now, there's a new phase. There's a transformation happening within your home. Allow this next couple of months to have wiggle room and be in a state of changing what part of your schedules need to be worked around. If you have to end up letting yourself, if you're somebody that goes to the gym a lot, but now things are changing, it's about updating and setting a scheduled time that you allow yourself to go. And if it's before or after that and you're not able to make it, then you allow yourself to see my energy has to be given for something else this day. What I'm seeing is being suggested for you is to see that the home also needs to be cleansed. This person that you've recently either put guards up to not be in your life, or even your specific home, somebody that lived with you and they are gone, there's still a lingering energy of like a deceit. Kind of has like a deceit, has almost like a sting type of feeling to it. And I feel that there's certain areas you kind of could feel like a sting going into you. Like, I don't like that room. Spirit's suggesting you do an overall cleanse of your house. Okay? And then you're going to see a veil that's lifted and even like an increase in finances. Okay. Now we're going to do Justine Maid. Okay. Justine Maid Low. Okay. You're an Aries and you'd like to know if you should walk away from the situation with him. Okay, let's see. Should you walk away from the situation with this person? Okay. It's not about walking away forever. It's not, Spirit's not saying that this is like a karmic connection where you got to separate for the heart. For if you would like to have, this is not somebody where them being part of your life is going to give you a low vibrational timeline. What I am seeing is two people who are not ready to be together fully yet. This is a separation for further growth so you can have a true timeline together. They want you to see that the more you chase this person, it's just going to send in the other direction, and it looks like you are going to go into a time of separation. They want you to see that this person has to reach out to you. And you can't cave. What they're saying is you haven't caved before, but if you do one more form of communication towards them, you're starting to fall into chaser energy. So go ahead and allow yourself to see you have exercised all you can with this dynamic. And Spirit's not saying it's gone forever, but don't stunt your life for this person. There's a lot of freedom of will that's still in play. Okay. So that's it for our first group of super chatters. Now I'm going to start creating the second. All right. So let's see who has added themselves to the list. All right. Lily Rose. Your message is redacted, but I see you wanted anything. Okay, so I'll give you a general poll. Right. All right. Okay. You're Purple Rose Lily, aren't you? Okay, so you did another one. I see. You redacted that one, but then you put another question. I got you. Okay, Montine. You have been added to the list. Jay. You've been added to the list. Lolo. You've been added. Okay, Montine, I see you added 2. So I'll make sure to put that right there. Is it a different question? Nikki Minko. Amber, you've been added. Adding after reading description. Okay, it looks like you also gave 2 Lolo. Got you. All right, Kelly. You've been added. All right, Alvin, got you. All right. That's going to be our next group of super chatters. All right. Now, before we do this group, we're going to do some free people. I will only be calling for one more group of super chatters after them. Okay. We're still gonna be here for about an hour, and I would say around the hour and 45-minute mark is where the hour 30 to hour 45-minute mark will be when we close off the last set of super chatters. So you still got like a good 40 minutes to put yourself in for a super chatter if you desire to. So let's go ahead now and do some free people. Another thing I'd like to say while I'm getting up to my peeps back in order is for everybody here that is doing some form of trolling or trying to get a rise, I want you to know I already forgive you. And I know that you must be going through something in your life it's making you feel a lot of hate. And know that I don't give you an excuse, but I do give you an understandance. And know that a person that you're sending this type of energy to is just wanting to asking for it to be transmuted back to you as love, light, and positivity. For you to feel something that's like, man, maybe not everybody's out to get me, you know? So I forgive you. And I choose not to react because it doesn't do anything. I'm not going to become the hate that I'm fighting so hard to heal people of. So, I forgive you. And we're going to start with Purple Rose. Almost there. No, Lily Rose and Purple Rose, you guys are 2 different people. You just sounded really like. So, Lily Rose, you are a Scorpio. And you would like any message. Let's go ahead and do that. What do we have for you, my friend? Okay, you're being a very inspiring force to a lot of people. Understand that you used to feel like love was a black hole. Like everything you gave, it didn't come back to you. It was gone forever. But what you didn't realize is you were allowing, not in a sense like you were allowing a certain frequency, you were allowing yourself to be treated a certain way. And the only time, here's the thing, we don't have control of how other people act. We only have control of our reactions. And if people around you have malevolent will, there's only really one choice. Ooh, one second. There's only really one choice you have, which is to remove yourself and find people who are like-minded. And that one's out too. Okay. That one good? Yeah. It looks like, my friend, my reading for you this is also a year of community. The more you allow yourself to be seen for who you truly are and make sure your presentation doesn't overspeak your words, you are going to win. Spirit wants you to know that they are very proud of you, no matter how cheesy it sounds. Okay? Because you have not become the hate that surrounds. And that is a hard, hard thing to do. This journey of being a spiritual healer, this journey of being a light worker, is not for the faint of heart. You got to have some tough skin. The inner armor has to match like wearing like a bunch of knight armor. And then you have like bazookas like on you as well. Like, and then you have like a team, a fortress around you. That's what it's like internally to have to be a healer. You are. Everywhere you go, you give this divine inspiration, no matter if it's just a simple telepathic download or if it's actually something you say. You see, the more in this world, guys, where there's been contactless delivery, you can get everything online, and there's a lot of work from home jobs. It's also, even though it's great that things upgrade in life, it's also a humongous inconvenience when it comes to people actually connecting and being able to not see others as just these humans and actually see souls. The more we get out, think about Wi-Fi, guys. You know, I love to give this example to people because I think for some it really clicks things. Some people don't believe in energy work, but then they believe in Wi-Fi because it's proven. Wi-Fi is invisible. There's a screen that comes up and says the word Wi-Fi. And then we just know that things are connecting. Okay? It's picking up on a frequency. Think about how some people have Wi-Fi signals or Wi-Fi passwords, and some people don't. People who have Wi-Fi passwords are basically individuals who protect themselves spiritually and energetically. And then individuals who are lost and allow anything in that's going to bring them some form of comfort, even if it's momentary, or bad influence, those are the people that have their Wi-Fi open. Anybody can access. So if we know we ping to individuals like that, no, regardless of our energy frequency, and we choose to go out and transmute this light, it's contagious. There will be some people simply by you standing next to them in the checkout line, receive a download from your existence. And you can feel the power of the domino effect when you have the ability to simply tell somebody, I like your hair. I like your nails. I like the shirt you have. You remind me of somebody that it brings me so much joy. All of those things, those little things, you have no idea how bad somebody could have needed to hear that and turn their whole fucking day around. My friend, you are a walking light force. That does not mean you have to be perfect. And that does not mean you always have to know what to say or do. They just want you to know you're doing very well and continue to get yourself out of your comfort zone. Choosing to go pick up your meal versus getting Uber Eats, no matter how cheesy it sounds, it makes a big difference. And life is still about balance. You want to get your Uber Eats sometimes? Okay. But life's about balance. Right. Now, Purple Rose. Okay. Why is it so hard to cut off this energy from a certain someone? It'll be good for a month, and then their energy hits you again like a ton of bricks. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay, I've seen standing strong. So you remember how we were talking about Wi-Fi signals? Sometimes when you're deeply picking up on somebody, it's because they're thinking or literally looking at pictures and etc. your social media. When it's in certain intensity where it's not just like a pass by. It's not like, oh, I see their name or something kind of reminded me of them. That car kind of looked like theirs. It has to be deeper than that. It can't just be like these little things that are just called similarities. There's a difference between similarities and synchronizations. Similarities are momentary pickups that are more like a confirmation, while as synchronizations are you are deeply connected within your decision making and this life and then the other person, etc. This individual likes that they have access to you, but you don't have necessarily access to them. So this either means that you could have your profile on open, or this means that there could be some forms of friends or just way for them to know what's going on in your life, but you have no desire to even know what's going on with them. You truly want to get over this. I recommend a freezing spell. If you don't know how to do a freezing spell, I don't have one yet that I've made to put on YouTube, but you can find plenty of trusted other YouTuber spiritual healers who definitely have. Just look it up, like a freezing spell. It will involve using your freezer. Okay, so yeah, just look up somebody that has it, that shows that, like, the comments and everything are saying, like, oh, I did this and it worked, thank you. And then listen to your heart about if the person's pure and, like, they're truly doing it for a good reason. There's thousands of good readers and spiritual healers that can give you that. And yeah, in the future, when I have one, I'll recommend myself, of course, but follow your heart. Okay, now we're going to go on to Martine. Okay, you are a Leo, and you would like to know if you're working or if you're leaving your workplace soon. Right. Yes, absolutely. I really do feel that there is. I mean, I did that. I'm not going to count that as anything. I kind of ripped it. Okay, so there is definitely something that is going to be coming your way, though. There's a new job opportunity. Yes, there's absolutely a new job opportunity coming. They're not saying leave this job before you have something else. If you have been waiting for a return call, something you've applied for, or if you even recently saw, like, a hiring sign or something that, like, came up on Indeed or LinkedIn, something that was sent to you, and it's like an invitation to apply. This is your sign to do that. And if you've already done it, this is your sign that it's coming back around. You are going to be leaving your workplace soon, but it's going to be after you receive a new offer. All right. I just realized I have ADHD, and I just realized that I didn't fucking do some free people. I went back right into you guys. So what I'm gonna do now, Jay, you'll be where I start back again, but I need to make sure I do some free people. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some free people, okay? All right, Robert, you're a Taurus. Will your money come out with interference? Wait, will your money come out? Will your money come out with interference? Are you going to receive, like, a lump sum, and is it going to be easy? Is it going to be a hard process? I see that it may not come at the exact... It may not come in the exact moment you'd like, but I do see this being able to be something that is worth waiting for. There's going to be an exchange, okay? Whatever you have invested in and waiting to be given back, there's a little bit more time. But I do also see a nurture of that amount, which means there could have been some form of, like, even more money coming back to you than you first thought. I do see that this is a return it. I do see that this is going to be in your pocket, but there may be some form of interference. It is going to be a divine intervention, though. But yes, you're going to receive it. Yes, it's going to be in a little bit of a way that you may not like for it to flow, but it's divine intervention. Okay. All right. All right. Juliet, You are a Gemini. You sold your car in order to start traveling to the ancient wonders of the world. Will Jermaine join you on the trip? Is Jermaine going to join you on the trip? Yeah, he is. He's right now scared though because he's like risking everything. I mean, you are. I know you're like I am too, but this feels like it was something where it's not. Go with me here. This was your idea. You're not forcing him to come, but you told him you wanted to do this, and then he said he wanted to do it with you. And now he's at that point where it's like, am I going to do this? I do see him saying I'm going to do the jump. Don't pressure though. This has to be a decision he makes for himself. No matter what he decides to do, your freedom of will is stated, I'm going to have new experiences. But yes, it does seem that this person's going to end up within the next few weeks bringing to you that he has either released what other physical material attachments have him here or a job, etc. Get a drink. All right. Okay, Ghoul Potato. You are a Cancer, and you would like to know if you've been getting signs from somebody in your past. You think they may be coming back. Let's see. What do we got for you? Yeah, this person's thinking about how their life, when you two last saw each other, there was finances and etc. that had to get in order. Not only though am I seeing a turmoil with like a home temple, there was a body as well. So maybe there could have been some form of substance addiction on their part after you actually separated. I think that this person, it's not like they had a drinking problem when you were together, or they were really good at hiding. And as you two broke up, something's excelled to where it used to be only a weekend thing, but they would get turned. But there was like, oh, it's just one day a week, etc. And then it enhanced to more and more and more. This individual, what I'm sensing, is sober now. And they do want to bring you in an offer. Do I sense the person's coming back? I see them weighing it still. Even though they want to, they're like, have they maybe even moved on? Would they even accept me back? Would I look like a fool? It looks like you guys have more of your story to grow together. But it is their position to reach out to you. All right, we have Jean. You are a Scorpio and want to know if Marissa is going to talk to you again. Got you. And then your full name is Johnny. Got you. What we got for you? This person, she's more of a stoic energy. I know that normally that's more associated with men and etc. But it's still like there is this like monotone energy to her. If you look at her, you would think that something's wrong. But she could be having the time of her fucking life and her face is just like, because this is how this person is. They have a lot of internal trauma they could still be battling. But I don't see, it's like it's turned into social anxiety and etc. But instead of making themselves stay out of the party, they've more decided to migrate and face these fears head on and know that they need to talk. They need to open up. There is something you could have said that rubbed her the wrong way, but Spirit needs you to remember there was almost nothing you couldn't have done. She would have found something during the beginning of you two talking to each other. Because when her heart started to really fall for you, her ego and etc. went up and was like, we're gonna put all of our barriers up because we can't get hurt again. And she could have even worried from how intense I'm hearing you were, that it could come off as controlling versus just confident. They weren't used to what you bring to the table, but I also do feel there was a little bit of compulsion she's helped you realize about yourself, because it's never just one person. You see how your actions absolutely came off when you never intended for them to be that way. I do see there's a chance of you two being together in the future, but I believe it's going to be a divine intervention. If you were to reach out to her, it wouldn't be reciprocated. I don't see her even really reaching out to you. I see Spirit putting you in the same place at the same time. And it just being like a magnet. Just allow this to flow. Go to places because you feel called to. Don't go somewhere because you think you're going to see her. I can almost promise you it won't happen then. If you're going somewhere with only the intention to see, you think they're going to be there, you think you've received some telepathic message that you're both going to be there, or you're even trying to do some form of magic for them to come into your life, my recommendation is to not do that stuff. If you're going somewhere because you want to go there, and you're like, it would be an added benefit if I saw them, but if I don't, that's not my purpose. I'm already having fun. I'm already fulfilled. That is actually law of attraction. So, that's what I got for you. You're an Aries. Does your ex Aries also want to reconcile? Let's see. This person it does not feel like this person wants to reconcile with you. This is not because you are not enough. This is completely because they do not want to have other people in their life. They do not feel the energy or ability to give to somebody else. They are definitely somebody right now that's staying in their room, and it's more than just you. I see friends are trying to reach out to them, family members. And this person can only allow others in, or you can only try so much you can only try so much to force yourself into somebody's life. Even if you know they're being separate because they're depressed or etc. You can check up on people, of course, but it's a level. There's other people in his life that have that responsibility. It's not yours. Your ex definitely doesn't have like all these crazy bad feelings about you, but with peace and love, because I'm here for you. I do not sense somebody that wants to reconnect. And it'll be better for you to move forward from that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead now and go back to the super chatters, okay? Starting with Jay. All right, Jay. You're a Cancer. And you would like to know if the person you have on your mind has romantic feelings for you. Okay, so they definitely do, but it's not time yet. You are absolutely doing this flirtation. There's this eye locking, but Spirit is stating, let this part marinate. The longer you let it marinate in the meat, the sweeter and more tender it's going to be. You both have tender hearts right now. You are both looking for love, and you do want to explore where this can go, but allow the pre-workout effect to not be the only driving factor, meaning the excitement, the fireworks, etc. Build another form of foundation. Build a friendship, a flirtatious friendship, so you both still have time to get over these wounds and can truly be a healthy partner for each other. If you would jump into something right now, it just looks like there would be some jealousy. There would be some form of a crossover time. So maybe this person still has somebody they're doing a form of separation with. But yes, it's just not yet time. All right, Lolo. Lolo, you'd like to know what your purpose is. Okay, so you are somebody that brings a loyal and honest structure to individuals' lives. Your purpose is not to be an exertion, meaning all you do is provide. You are an empathetic source and you've been given a lot of leadership roles in your life. Your purpose for yourself is to have prosperity, no matter how cheesy it sounds. This is not a life where you're supposed to throw into self-sacrifice. This is not a life that is destined to give you poverty. You're destined for riches in many different forms. Emotional, physical, and yes, financial. But you have to believe it. You have to allow yourself. You have to stop telling yourself you are okay with the bare minimum. A lot of people think being humble equals like having high vibrations, and being humble is important, but everything's a balance. You tell the universe what you're deserving of, and a lot of people tell the universe lack, and the universe doesn't have an ego. It just takes straight up what you're giving out and says, okay, I'll give it back. There's a form of a barrier you have to break down. There's some imposter syndrome you're still migrating through. But you are a healer. You are a light worker. But that's not your purpose overall. This is an existence of reward for you as well. There's been many lifetimes that I'm seeing, definitely had to be cut off early. Your purpose, there was something else that you were meant to do, of like a divine sacrifice back then. But that's not this life. This is a promised long and prosperous life. But you still are going to have your ups and downs. Prosperous does not equal perfect, but it does equal value. Okay. And then we have Nikki Minko. You asked for you asked for a reading regarding your personal life growth. Okay. Okay, you're feeling at a crossroads right now because there also could, remember, if you let people mooch on you, there's a difference between helping somebody when they're on their down versus somebody that you are allowing to completely just live by your existence. They have to do nothing but just get up and do whatever they want in your house, eat your food, and you pay the bills, etc. There feels like there's somebody, it's either that intensity or it's like the emotional connection that you have to them. You feel very neglected, and you have to there's always something wrong, even though this person you give a pretty easy life to. You can only continue to get so much, and you can only continue to grow based off of your surroundings. There may be somebody you need to set more healthy boundaries with, whether they live with you or if this is just somebody you're continuously loaning money in, etc. to. But there's a connection where the love feels kind of manipulated. And I'm not saying this person is evil, but I'm also hearing I'm not the first person that's told you this also. You have friends, you have found family who, it's not that they're ratting on this person or ragging on this person. They're telling you the truth of the situation. There's a difference between our friends like truly being like, yo, I'm being a reflection. I'm not telling you I don't like this person. I don't like them. But what I'm literally doing right now is telling you the exact, like, I'm just telling you what I saw, how you've changed since this person's in your life. I want nothing but your happiness, but I'm not going to sit by and just act like you're the same. This person's not advancing your life. There's not this energy of individuals who are trying to get in your head and you're just like, oh, I don't like them. I think they're weird. Or I don't like that one thing they did. Except, no, there's like, it is so much more than that. What they're wanting you to know about your personal life growth is there's somebody that you definitely need to allow yourself to have more healthy boundaries up with. Otherwise, you're going to fill a clog. Okay. All right, Amber. You're an Aries. A lot of Aries today. Will your loved one... Okay, so I would consider that a form of a legal question, Amber. I can give you a general understanding of the situation, but I'm not going to answer the exact date that he's going to be released. If you look in the bio, it will state what questions are not allowed as well. I don't answer like overall diagnosing health questions. I'll answer if there's something in your body, if there's a chakra, if there's something that seems can be of benefit to know, but doing a form of a diagnose, doing anything regarding legal or those matters, in pregnancies, I do not do on a live. So what we're going to do is you're asking if your loved one's going to get early release soon. I'm going to ask, how is the dynamic going to be when he is released? No matter what time it is. How is the dynamic? What is there to be prepared for? Okay? I'm here for you. Okay? I am not saying that this person's not supposed to be with you. But there's going to be a big crossover time when they get used to being back in this world versus that world. They're two totally different worlds, and you have to be a totally different person in both, okay? There's going to be a crossover time where he's going to need to learn how to like really recommunicate with you. He's not going to be exactly the same person he was, but that doesn't mean he's going to be like this totally different soul. It's just you need to be ready to know that this isn't going to be just like this happy, merry reunion. There's going to be a great time. I see a celebration of him being back, etc. But be prepared to also see that he needs to stay on track with whatever form of after, I don't even know how to explain it, but after he gets out, having to report or etc. to individuals. There has to be a state of him really saying this time he's going to be different. You need to be ready to understand that there's still a lot of freedom will at play with him. Okay? There is no judgment here at all for this person. The energy frequency just shows that there may be a little bit of stumbles, but that doesn't mean it has to be a legal thing. It could just mean you guys being able to communicate and continue to be each other's teammates versus against. But they want you to be aware that there are still going to be some things to be aware about. And you have to allow him to be an adult. You can't do everything. That's an interesting one. But it doesn't, I'm not saying to be discouraging to you. It just absolutely shows paying attention to the small details. Okay, and Lolo, you asked for adding an after reading description. After reading description. Okay. regarding my personal life growth, and then you were adding a reading description after that. I'll just give you another topic on your personal growth. I know we already talked about love. Let's talk about something else. Let's see. What do your spirit guides want you to know? Who is currently protecting you most? All right, you have the Emperor and then Ten of Coins. Okay, you have definitely a form of a father figure who has passed on. This doesn't necessarily have to mean a father or a grandfather. This is just somebody where the whole dynamic was you felt entrusted. This could have even been more of a big brother or even a friend who passed on. But they are your Archangel Michael. They are the individual that protects you from the malevolent forces, from the devil, and etc. And I say it that way because the devil is not this being that's red and has horns and etc. Like, the devil is going to be in disguise. The devil is going to be somebody that looks clean and perfect. Okay? How are you going to control the masses? By telling them and looking and centering yourself out like that. You're going to do your best to blend in and be squeaky clean. The real devil is not something you will ever be able to confirm with eyes. It is a feeling of heart, and it's your third eye that confirms it. You are divinely protected, even with what's going on in your love life and the frequency and the feeling of your energy being absorbed by somebody else. Even with that going on, when it comes to your law of attraction in your 3D world and being able to be successful in your career, you are high vibrational. They want you to know that you can call on this person. They are absolutely always with you. If you want specific signs, they're saying to call on birds and lizards specifically, and they will literally flock to you. That's what I got for your second part of your reading. Okay. Kelly Smiles. You're a Taurus and you would like a general pull. Let's see what I got for you, my friend. There's something you're not feeling at peace with fate about. You could be feeling a little lethargic about a connection, or even love in general. You're like, man, I understand who I dated in the past. I understand what I'm not going to deal with, but now I'm trying to attract in, the new. You have focused so much on telling the universe what not to bring you, and that is great. But there needs to be a balance. Now it's time about manifesting exactly the qualities you do desire. A lot of people forget the first step that you're good at remembering. A lot of people forget to tell the universe what you don't want. They only focus on what they do want. But at this point, divine intervention has came in place, so you also have a form of paranoia, and what I'm hearing is kind of like more space from one person that you're still getting over. I see that in about 3 months' time, your love life, there's going to be a new connection that forms. So, continue to see that if things aren't happening right now, it's because Spirit's not letting you settle and going into a cycle repeat with a person where you've already learned the lesson. All right. Alvin. All right. You're confused from starting to feel the energy of both KJ and ST into your space. Even though you separated both romantically, you're seeing ST next week. And what do your guides want to have to say about that? Okay. What do your guides have to say about that? There's a yin-yangness to this. Okay. I'm hearing that being with ST is a distraction. I'm not saying that you should not meet up with her. You're either going to talk about when you first were together, what the distractions were, or you're going to see from this experience that maybe you have assumed things would be a certain way if you were back with each other again. And you're going to actually see that you both have developed into two different people. We're always evolving, we're always growing. Sometimes we grow and can connect still, and sometimes we don't. Things change. It does feel like there's ST, there's still an unfinished story with. So this meetup, this is a destiny meetup. This is purposeful. This is not a cycle repeat. But they want you to pay attention truly to the way you're feeling. And if this is more picking up on talking about the distractions you used to have, but you are actually meshing right now, you can't fall back into old tendencies you both did. But there's something not done with KJ. And it feels like whatever has to happen with ST, it's a divine intervention that's happening before KJ, because KJ is something that's not distracting. It is, what I'm feeling is far out, because it just feels like there's a bigger pull, there's a bigger purpose in you and KJ's life together. ST feels like a defining moment. Both soul ties for sure. What they're wanting you to know right now about seeing ST is you are rising from the ashes. From this experience, you're going to be able to have some form of clarity from the last relationship you had together. But you may both actually decide you want to go separate ways. And it may even be an unspoken thing. You may just kind of look at each other and be like, I wish the best for you. Don't force it. If you feel like you want to stay together, okay. But this is just what I see. And there's going to be something more with KJ, but don't put all of your, if things don't work out the way you'd like with ST over this next week, etc. They're not saying to go all back into just waiting for KJ to come back. There's still a sense of not holding off your life. But don't force something with ST because you're like, well, maybe nothing's going to happen with anybody else. Okay? All right, now that concludes that group of super chatters. I'm calling for the last super chatter group now. So I'm going to write down everybody since Alvin. I'll do some free people. And then once I'm done with those free people, we will be calling off we'll be calling off the super chats that will be answered for today's stream. Everybody else after that will be answered on the next stream. All right, Dusty. You have been added. Robert Stone. Let's see. Raymond Johnson. Let's see. Add you to the list. D. Rod. Added to the list. AH. You've been added. It looks like AH did 2. I'll make sure to put that. All right. That's everybody so far. And now I'm going to do 5. I'll do 5 free people. And you have probably about, I would say 5 free people would take me 10 to 15 minutes. So you have 10 to 15 more minutes to put yourself in for the super chats, okay? After that, we'll be closing it off, and everybody else that super chats after will be answered first on my next stream. And we are going to be going to YouTube. We are going to be going over to Twitch tonight for an after stream. Over there, we chill, we vibe, and I decompress with you guys. I allow myself to just talk and chill, and we play video games. But we also do give away 1 free reading every single stream. All you have to do is follow me on Twitch, which is free, and then you comment the keyword of the chat, which is on my Twitch screen. That is Twitch at UncleBronze Official. The link is in my YouTube bio. If you'd like to go ahead and get that page open now or go ahead and follow so you don't forget, I would suggest to do that. But let's go ahead now, scroll back up, and get 5 free people. Okay. Perfect. All right, Sarah, you're a Gemini and you want to know, are your loved ones with you? Are your loved ones with you? Before I do that, let's go ahead and do this. Perfect. Is Sarah's loved ones with her? Yes, your loved ones are with you. Here's the thing, though. They're guiding you that there are some people in your life that you need to travel away from. There are some energies where it's like fighting. It's fighting and fighting always. This person always, it could even be a specific friend. It feels like it's a friend that's almost like you're in a relationship with them. The level of possessiveness they have over you. You're going to be entering a new relationship soon. Somebody's jealous about this. Somebody feels like you're being robbed from them, and it's toxic. Okay, your family's letting you know they will always protect you, the ones who have passed over and the ones who have never reincarnated in a body, and they're meant to spiritually protect you always. They can only continue to give you signs and messages, but if you choose to ignore them, they'll start quieting. Not them quieting it, but like your intuition being able to see them. There have been signs about somebody that you really are like, I don't want to lose somebody again. You're like, I don't want to lose another person. But this individual, their morals do not align with you. And they have stepped on some pretty sensitive topics and territory in your life. Spirit's guiding you to understand that your family, for them to attract a true, new found family, you got to close some doors. You got to close some doors and see that what is not working, there's only so much you can try to do to fix before you say, I only have control of getting myself out of this. The choice is always yours, but your guides are definitely telling you, for a new beginning to happen, there is somebody you have to travel away from. This could even be a confirmation of somebody if you just did that as well. I see that happen. Okay. All right, Michelle, you're a Taurus. And you'd like to know, is your next... Let me put also a marker so I don't forget. So my ADHD doesn't take over again. All right, Michelle, you're a Taurus. Is your next job move a good one? Your next job, a good one. Yes. So we pull the Lovers. When we get the Lovers card and it's not a love reading, this means making a clear decision. Yes, you are making a right decision. This is absolutely going to bring you another level of prosperity, my friend. Okay, your next job move, you're going to have that wiggle room time. They're going to let you. This is not a company that expects you to know everything lickety split and like you can't ask questions. There is definitely a great leadership, and leadership always will make or break a company. Yes, this is going to be a great next move for your career. Okay. Okay. Bright as a light, you're a Virgo. He is a Scorpio, and you're wanting to know exactly what he wants from you. What does he want from you? He wants you to give him space right now. This individual, he really likes you, but there's just an intensity if he's never really experienced somebody like you before. He's had relationships that match a level of, he's had relationships that like match instead of try to rise. They both could have cheated on each other. They both could have said things that they didn't mean, but never actually were able to get to a conclusion, just assuming. And your level of communication, even though it's positive, it's not everybody's love language. It's not everybody's cup of tea. And there's nothing wrong with this is how you are. It's great to be a communicator, to be quite frank. But certain times we try to push that communication onto a person, they're just not ready for it, and it's too vulnerable, and it's gonna throw the connection away for a while. Spirit's not saying for you to stunt your life for this person. Never stunt your life for somebody. But if your heart is like, I genuinely know there's nobody else for me, like genuinely, it's not that you're just wanting to believe that. You have to know and feel the difference, and that's life experience, how you do. If it's really like, he's a good guy, his communication or etc. could really work, and I know he's working through his own things, so he's worth it. He's not a dick. He's not an asshole. He's not cheating on me. It's not those things. They want you to give him space, and he will reach back out to you. Just don't wake up every day being like, today is today. You got a lot of other things to focus on. Let this come with organic timing. All right, Frenchie, you're an Aquarius. You'd like to know what is the purpose for Danny and you. Danny is somebody has helped you release a lot of what no longer serves. Danny was a tower moment in your life. Danny is not a soulmate, my friend. Danny is a form of a karmic connection, okay? And I'm not saying that means it was all bad. There's always going to be some yin-yang in every type of relationship. I feel within your collective, there is just a lot of shedding illusion since this month has started. The purpose of you and Danny was to do a mirroring effect. Not be a divine. It's not that. It's make you see what aspects of yourself are keeping you in a low vibrational state. What aspects of yourself have you assumed have to be a certain way for a while? What self-illusion did you break about complicity? Danny and you were meant to be in each other's life for a moment. But there's somebody else that's going to be around that level of a divine or etc. Allow new love to form into your life. I understand how hard that is, and how when we have what ifs about a person, especially when the connection didn't get to go completely official, There's always kind of like this, well, what if I would have done this? What if I would have done that? If it didn't happen, it was divine intervention. And for all you know, the connection could have actually done a lot worse for you than good. Allow yourself to see that if you have to try this hard to make it work, maybe it's not supposed to fit. Maybe you're putting a puzzle piece in a puzzle that it was never meant for. Okay. All right, Rachel England, you're a Sagittarius. Is the job a good time to invest in? Is this proposed move going to bring you further wealth? If you're going to go into this, you got to go full force. This is not something where it's like you're going to sit there and you're going to hesitate to jump in. If you got your toes in, you already need to go ahead, go full force. The only thing that's going to get in your way is your own hesitation to trust, an immature sense of recruiting back right when you're starting to get all these investors or this form of an exchange. Okay? If you've received all these guided messages, and you've gone into that hermit mode. You've released. You know your year is about community. The only one that's going to get in your way is yourself. We are all our worst enemy or can be our biggest cheerleader. This is a better time more than ever. The opportunity's coming, and they're saying, don't sit there and walk back. Because some opportunities, the world, the 3D event that happened will come back. Spirit will always make sure an energetic return. Like if you end up releasing something, an opportunity that was meant for you, because of that freedom of will, because of being scared, that one specific opportunity may not come back for that job, that person, etc. But Spirit will make sure it will in a different form. That's that energy redirection they do. But who you're with right now, what you're investing in, for that 3D thing to stick and stay, you got to go full force with this. All right, let's add people to the super chats. Since AH. All right, Raven, thank you for joining the group, the membership team. You're going to get your general card pull as a thank you and a welcome to the team. Anonymously unknown girl. All right. You've been added to the list. Anna. You've been added to the list. All right. That concludes the guaranteed super chatters for tonight. Anybody that goes ahead and super chats now or joins the membership will be the first individuals I do on our next live stream. And these lives are recorded. They upload a few hours after the stream, and you can go back and look at where your reading was. Even if you aren't able to join the next stream, once it uploads, you can go right to the beginning of that one if your super chat was promised for the next stream. Okay? All right. Now let's scroll back up and start, you guys. Starting with Dreamy. Okay. Dreamy, you would like to know if you will hear from Christian sometime this year. Let's see. Yes, you two are going to be able to talk, and it's going to be a very good force. What I'm seeing is you could have pulled back from this person. You were scared of what you were feeling for them, but almost as soon as you did it, you weren't sure if it was the right decision. And this person, it's not that they like gave up on your connection, but they're more like, what do you want from me? Like, I don't want my heart to be played. So now there's a little bit of like this tension, but I do see the two of you being able to reconnect. If they're going into this state of you've messaged them and they're not messaging you back, don't go overboard, you know. But if you haven't messaged them in a while, it wouldn't hurt to come in with a positive hello. And then just let stuff form from there. But they may be a little stiff at first. They may not answer you back quite fast, but this is opening up a door of communication for you too. All right. Moving on to Dusty. You'd like to know for any message. Let's see. There's something that you're feeling distracted when it comes to love right now. There's a person that you think could be your divine, or like this very fulfilling connection, and it feels like you are chasing, and you are definitely feeling something of an attraction between each other, but I don't feel this individual would be a healthy force in your life. You are in love or infatuated with who you think this person is versus who they are. You haven't had enough time to really get to know them. Is it possible that you two have, you know, an attraction and can have good conversations and have some fun together? Yeah, that was definitely a possibility at one point, but there looks like there was a divine intervention for you, because you're not looking for just lust. You're not looking for momentary gain. Both of your ideas, what you both thought you were walking into, were totally different. This person thought you were going to be just down for fun, and you weren't going to be somebody that wanted to talk about serious things and etc. And you were looking for real commitment. No matter if your attraction, if we feel a vibe with a person, if our morals, if what we want in this world don't align, it's not going to work. What they're wanting you to know is there is somebody where you're kind of hoping that they're coming back, but try to think maybe they haven't come back, and all of the signs have shown you that they're not connecting, like you're not seeing their name. You're not receiving messages anymore, like regarding signs. You're not receiving signs anymore that are regarding like music messages, certain songs that your souls would telepathically send each other, etc. Those things aren't happening. They're wanting you to see that it may be emotional, it may be hard to move forward, and the what if is what's keeping you so attached to this person. What if we would have gone all the way, etc. There's no need for the what if. Somebody else is going to give you a true wish fulfillment relationship. You just have to let go of what you're trying to chase. Right. Robert Stone, your turn. Will money come? Didn't I already answer that, Robert? Did you do 2 times? Oh, okay, Robert, I just picked you for a free one, it looks like. You actually ended up, before you were asking that question for free, and then you asked the same question. So I'll give you one pull. I'll give you one pull energy card, okay? So I remember answering that question for you. What general card pull should we have for him right now to focus on? Everything you just heard from the answer is change your introspection on when it comes to that interference. It's not that you're blaming anything all on yourself, okay? But you're seeing, you're like, oh, okay, maybe these patterns I can change. And we see what happens. Spirit's being proud of you for fighting that ego that wants to tell you, no, I've done things one way and I'm going to stick to it. That stubbornness. You are seeing, okay, if something is not happening yet, I'm not going to sit there and get angry. It doesn't change anything. You're working on a lot of staying centered in the moment right now. And with that, there's going to be a lot of things now. This is a waterfall. There's going to be a bunch of things in your life going forward that you're going to start seeing differently. And this is great. This is growth. Spirit's very proud of you for not letting ego make you feel like you have to stay with what you already know and how the world and balance, give and take, is supposed to be. It's not one for one. Life is I like to explain, life is not a tally game. It's a percentage. It's a pie chart. Somebody doesn't do this and you do it back. There's an energy intensity to things, and that's why life is a pie chart, not a tally game. All right, Raymond. You'd like a general card pull. Let's do that. A general card pull for Raymond. All right, you're embodying the Queen of Swords energy right now. This is somebody that has had to take a road by themselves. You're a lone soldier for a while. It's not that this person can't work with others. It's just they've just morphed to being somebody that works by themselves. And this can become a hindrance to a certain point because we cannot do everything ourselves in life, especially right now. Community is everything. The more we bond together and stop seeing each other as enemies, we're actually going to get to resolutions. What Spirit's wanting you to know right now is this is a year, 2025 is a year of community for you. You've had to do a lot of walks of life alone, but they need you to get out of your comfort zone. If you're somebody that goes to the gym, but you never look at anybody, maybe start looking up a bit and smiling and saying hello. If you're somebody that tends to keep to yourself in class, if you go to college or etc., maybe tend to just say hey to somebody, how they're doing. If you've been recluse from some friends, that it wasn't that you had to separate from them because they were holding you back. It was more adulting, like life fucking happens, and then people have kids, people go off to college, people move out of state for work, etc. And life happens. There can be a state of individuals who, even if you don't live in the same area, you can get online and play video games together if you guys play video games, or if you don't, you can get on video chat. You can do so many different things. You can watch Netflix together at this point. They do that. There's a way to do that. We can watch the same exact screen with the person. Spirit's saying for you, nothing's ever going to take this independency out of you again. It's installed, okay? But it's about upgrading the software and seeing we need more room, we need more RAM, we need more memory, and that's adding other minds, etc. Okay. D. Will Matthew ever reach out and win? You're an Aries. Another reason I ask people to do the zodiac signs, guys, is because even though that these are individual, it's still an energetic collective reading. If you hear somebody that has your zodiac sign pop up, I'm not saying that it's always going to be your reading, but if you hear that and then you start listening to the answer of their reading and you're like, this is fucking hitting me to a T. Synchronizations. And their zodiac is the same as you, that's a confirmation you're part of that person's collective. And whatever message I am giving them, there is some portion of it that is also for you. It's the discernment, okay? With that being said, will Matthew reach out to you? Okay, that card went sideways. A dream, a proposal, the Knight of Cups. He's on sideways about it. He's not sure right now if he wants to reach out to you completely. Because he's not sure where you stand within his head. Flip the card, and if it's her... And then one more time. You're going to have to reach out to him. If you're wanting this person, if you're wanting something to actually be able to transpire, it looks like they think that you've probably moved on. And there is a twinkle in their eye. They're like, yo, if they came back, I'd definitely be down with going down this road and seeing what we can do. But I don't think it's right for me to reach out. I keep hearing it. I don't think it's right for me to reach out. They told me from the last conversation to leave them be, and that's what I'm going to do. But you were used to this person being kind of like a chaser and runner. So there's a lot of miscommunication, because what I'm hearing from the last conversation you had with them, you're like, I never told them not to reach out to me. I never told them that I didn't want to be in their life. So there's just a lot of miscommunication. And one of you has to break the barrier. And I can see that this individual right now is very hesitant. So if you're wanting that to be broken, it looks like it may be you that has to grab the seal, if you will. Okay. AH. All right, you're a Sagittarius, and you would like to know if you should walk away from your current relationship. Well, that was one of my totems that fell down. You guys are in a crossroads, but there does seem to be hope. There does seem to be faith. There doesn't need to be as much spiritual protection for this union. You guys are going through a roller coaster bump moment. The thing is, there's also a lot of projecting of fear. I see that you said this is either you're like, I said I was never going to get married again, and I'm like now starting to eat my words. I said I was never going to get married again, and then I got married to you, and it's like I'm going through this cycle repeat. Or this is energy of you said I'm never going to fall in love again. However the energy intensity is, they're not saying for you to just walk away from this connection. There is absolutely still more for you two to form together. But right now, it looks like the stress between you two is finances. That is what's getting in the best of both of you. It's not even necessarily your heads butting. It's not about a difference of opinions even. I see two people where it's like life has gotten the best of you. You guys need to go out and make your love fun again. It's just about the spark. Once a certain point of being married or being in a relationship, you have to make things fun. It's not that you don't want to spend time together. It's just going out on dates, making things romantic again. Even something as simple as a home-cooked meal romantic versus you're just sitting there eating together. Everything has to have intention, and the only way love is to continue to thrive is if you make that of an importance. Finances may be hard right now, but that doesn't mean you can't. There's so much you can do for free. There's so much you can do with little expense. You don't have to go and do all this big extravagant stuff. Do a mix of opening up more doors of communication. Don't give up on this. But you guys have been going about a way that of things, of arguments, of separating that doesn't work. Go about this a different direction. Egos have to be brought down, but I don't see two people who Spirit's saying the connection's completely over. All right. Raven. You became a member. Thank you. Let's give you that general card pull as a welcome and thank you. All right. You're getting a second chance of redemption with somebody. When I say that, I'm not saying that you were all in this fault. You're both getting a second chance with each other. I see two people who are seeing things very clear. There was toxic connections in both of your life, romantic and platonic, that had to be full circle. Okay, and if you two were in each other's life during that time, there would have been a blame game going on. If you weren't in my life, I wouldn't have thought this. There's nobody for fingers to be pointed at. They made this decision completely by themselves. Okay, your law of attraction is extremely high vibrational right now. It looks like there is somebody that's going to come in with an offer to burn this together, to burn this fear and power through together. All right, now Anonymous. Let's see, Anonymous. Anonymously known girl. Your name is Victoria, and you want to know Nikita's next actions and feelings towards you. What are Nikita's feelings for you? Okay. Right now, she feels like she's not following her intuition. She doesn't know what to do when it comes to you. Her next action, she doesn't even have planned. What she does know is if she has to avoid this hard thinking about you, she's not over you. What she does know is she sees your name everywhere and Spirit's sending signs, like flashing signs to her. At this point, she genuinely doesn't know what she's going to do. But I can tell you she's more in avoidance than growth. If you have already tried to exercise as much as you can communicating, being vulnerable, there's only so many times you could do that to where it starts into chasing energy. If you have not communicated with her, if you've been waiting for her to come do something, I don't sense her gaining a strength to switch over. Okay? That's just what the energy forecast is showing. If you've been waiting for a response, you know what? Go ahead and send a authentic, and I'm trying to find a specific word. I'm just kind of blanking on it right now. Unconditional message, meaning you don't send something to somebody assuming they're going to send you a response back. That's how you get disappointed in life. If you send something to a person you genuinely care about and it's high vibrational, you're just like, hey, I want you to know I'm caring about you. I'm here to talk. I don't have bad blood. I don't have anything against you. Life is not perfect. In fact, the people that are meant to be in your life, you should have moments of going through roller coaster bumps to see you can prevail together. It's very easy to have people in your life when things are squeaky clean and you're just getting along. You don't know anything at that point. You can think that somebody's your best friend until you go through something like that with them. So if you've already brought that to attention, there's nothing else for you to do. If you haven't at least one time tried to reach out and break that seal, do it unconditionally. Don't expect a response, but also don't tell the universe you don't think you're going to get a response. I know it's a weird blend, but that's law of attraction. It's finding that balance between action and surrender. But you will be able to go forward knowing you did everything you could and you generally put the ball back in that person's plate. All right, Anna. You're a Virgo. You want to know what you should be most aware of today. What should you be most aware of today? It looks like you've seen something about, like, you've chosen between real world and fantasy. You're seeing that for some things, there's a difference between thinking life, a relationship, there's going to be like the fairy tale version of a happily ever after. Go with me here. Happily ever after is a real thing, but it's not perfection. It's not the way you see in movies. Happily ever after is a person that you can be comfortable to have all emotions with. You don't have to you don't have to always look your best. You don't always have to show up your best. You can be a fucking human. A happily ever after is a person that will never fucking give up on you. Happily ever after is somebody that you trust and has gone through their own experiences, and you respect. And if you were in their shoes, you would say that you'd be proud to be that person. Okay? What I'm feeling with you, you're now embodying this stoic energy for sure. You know, you're not as expressive as you used to be, but it's because you're seeing that not everybody is deserving of it. It can be very discouraging to open yourself up to somebody that's not deserving of it, because 9 times out of 10 they're going to make you feel like you're weird or you're too much. In reality, it's a reflection of how that person feels, the amount they're allowed to take up space in this world. If you really love yourself, you're not going to belittle somebody for having, as long as everything is safe, responsible in a sense. Y'all get my drift. Why are you going to hate on somebody for being who they are? You know, life is too short to continuously be focusing on how somebody else is living their life if nobody's being hurt. Why would somebody put themselves through more stress and be centered out? And what they're wanting you to know is you are attracting in love, you are attracting in people, found family, and love that will be soldiers by your side, that will be there for you 7 days a week. Something I want to state as well. I've never said that really in that way before, but they're here for you 7 days a week. What they're wanting you to know is to go ahead and say that 2025 is a community-based year for you as well. There's a lot of found family members that have yet to arrive in this lifetime to you. And the only way you're going to be able to meet them is by getting yourself more connected. This can be both online and in person. Find like-minded people. Your stoic energy, your ability to be a stern and calm leader is imperative for work. But when you are out of work, you need to express, you need to be able to have a balance of being the full, authentic you. Give yourself that space and permission. But that's what I got for you today. All right, let's see who, if anybody, has either joined the membership or super chatted since Anna. You all will be written down and promised to be the first ones given a reading to on my next live stream. So Stephanie Ortiz, thank you for joining the membership. I will make sure on the next live stream to give you a general card pull for your law of attraction. Let's see if there's anybody else. All right, that was it. So Stephanie, you will be where we start. I do plan right now on going on tomorrow. Start stream. I do plan tomorrow going on in between 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. And then also we will do an after stream tomorrow as well on Twitch. But that concludes the readings on YouTube for today. If you're interested in receiving a personal reading from me, you're going to want to go to my website, offprintmint.com. That is linked in my social media platforms, all of them. And also, anybody that is interested in joining the Colorado trip, currently I do have early bird spots available, which is $210 off your trip. What I am doing now is I have one coupon still left for an additional $100 off the trip, making $310 off the trip. If you're wanting that coupon code, you're going to have to email me at contact@offprintmint.com, letting me know you're interested in the Canada trip. I will give you that coupon code, and the coupon will only be live for you to use for 48 hours. If you are interested, this is going to be one of the biggest discounts I have. And I think it will be one of the last ones going forward. So, any questions regarding the trip? The trip is also linked in my social media platforms. And yeah, what we're going to do now, we're going to go over to Twitch at UncleBronze Official. into our after stream. Over there, I decompress with you guys. We chill, we vibe, we answer questions organically, and we play video games. I also give away one free tarot reading over there to a lucky follower. And following me on Twitch is completely free. So if you're liking to get entered, still see if you have a chance to win a reading, migrate with us over to Twitch at UncleBronze Official. The link is in my social media platform on my YouTube channel. I'm going to go ahead, start the stream over there, but the starting screen is going to be on for about 5 to 10 minutes while I go ahead and I cleanse my area. I would highly recommend you guys go over there if you'd like some more good vibes and to play some video games as well. We're playing zombies. So thank you for being here. If you don't join us over on Twitch at UncleBronze Official, then I will see you whenever I see you on the next live stream. Thank you for being here. Have a great rest of your night, evening, day, etc. Let's get it.